Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market session. We had a major sell-off across the markets yesterday. European markets were down about almost 3% as there was a spike in the both Italian and Spanish bond yields to almost 6%. Remember that we are seeing this kind of levels after a very long time. The highest level that they reached were close to about 7%. And now in the past few days, now that we are close to 6%, the feeling is that the LTRO infusion is really not enough to stabilize the markets, and which is what is causing nervousness across the globe. Even US markets were down about 1.7% post the job data that disappointed the markets. And US markets, as we all know, have been resilient. So if there is a weakness in the US markets, then it could put pressure on the currencies and on the commodities also. The good news for us is that the crude has cooled off a bit to about 121 odd dollars, and even the rupee was almost 51.40, which is clearly showing that there is a lot of pressure on the currencies, and there might be some more outflows from the foreign funds. So with those remarks, let me invite Gaurav to take a technical view on the market. Hi Gaurav.
Hi.
We've seen a major weakness in our markets for the past few sessions, and yesterday the global sell-off also adds to the nervousness. And I believe that we are very close to important support levels of 5200. I believe that 200 days moving average is also very close at about 5150, 5160 thereabouts. So if we open gap down to, let's say, about 5210 odd levels, then what should one be doing in this kind of a scenario?
Yeah, we'll begin our discussion with the overall picture. Overall, Nifty is trading in a range-bound manner with sideways to bearish bias, and recently faced resistance near the falling trend line. At that level, it formed a bearish island, and from there it has resumed with the downtrend. And currently it is trading below 20 and 40 DMA, which is 5296 and 5275 respectively. These are crucial resistances going forward. The daily momentum indicator has also completed a pullback cycle, and on the downside, Nifty is now targeting 200 DMA. As you rightly said, it is currently placed near 5150, and below that a lower trend line, which is 5120, would be the target. So even if Nifty opens gap down, one can initiate short position for target of 5150, 5120.
Right, and what are the important resistance levels on the way up?
Yeah, for resistances we'll go down to the hourly chart. Hourly chart reveals that 20 and 40 hourly moving averages have converged, and they are currently near 526 at 5270, and this will act as a crucial resistance level, whereas yesterday's low, that is 5211, is a crucial support, and once that is broken, we can assume that next leg on the downside has started, and which will attempt for the equality target, which also meets near the trend line, that is 5120.
Right. So that is the overall outlook on the markets. Are there any specific trading opportunities for traders?
Yes, definitely. We have brought JP Associate. JP Associate is forming a larger expanded flat, and currently last leg, that is C leg of the expanded flat, is being unfolded, and 20 and 40 daily moving averages are currently being tested. So overall, JP is expected to fall down towards 76.9 and 74.6 levels, and key resistances would be 83 and 87. And next is Sesagoa. Sesagoa has been forming the daily lower top, lower bottom on the daily chart, and even momentum indicators are in sell mode. So Sesagoa is likely to continue with the fall, and on the downside 174.5 and 160 are crucial levels, whereas key resistances are 190 and 196.
Right, Gaurav. Also, if you could give us a broad sense of the rupee and the bank Nifty, because we've seen the rupee coming up to almost 5140. So if you could give us some sense of the buyers there.
Yes, definitely. Rupee has formed a flat correction and is on the verge of breakout on the upside, which would mean that rupee is likely to depreciate, and that would mean that Nifty is likely to fall down. So on upside, crucial resistance is 5150, and once that is surpassed, fresh leg on upside will begin in the rupee. So that would be in line with the expected fall in our domestic market. And Bank Nifty, similar structure can be observed in Bank Nifty, and Bank Nifty has a equality target of 9500, whereas short-term target, that is trend line target, is 9800, and reversal is placed at 10502, that is its swing high. And crucial support is 10077, whereas crucial resistance is 10315. So shorts can be initiated in Bank Nifty as well.
Right, Gaurav. Thanks a lot for the update. Friends, in terms of news, Alcoa numbers reported in US yesterday were very encouraging, and the stock was up almost 5%. So because of that, we could see some positive action in Hindalco, which has corrected quite a bit, and somewhere it is around 126, 127 levels. So since 120 is an important support, around 122 odd levels, one can actually go long in the stock with a very tight stop loss of maybe 2 rupees, where you can see a pop because of this development. The RCOM is looking at listing its undersea cable subsidiary Flag Telecom in Singapore Stock Exchange. So this could be some positive news for RCOM, and you could see some action there. Also friends, there are news that the draft cabinet note for allowing the FDI in the airlines is ready and is likely to be tabled in the parliament, and this could have positive implications for companies like Kingfisher Airlines, which was in the news yesterday, and SpiceJet and Jet Airways also. And in case of Kingfisher, there are also reports that Reliance may be interested in picking up a controlling stake there. So Kingfisher Airline could be the stock in the action. Also friends, we had a major fall in the Indraprastha gas stock, almost 35%, after the regulatory recommendation that the revision of the prices should be down to the tune of almost 45 to 50%. Friends, the important levels for Indraprastha gas are 190 and 209, and the important resistance level is about 248 to about 265 odd levels. Because of this order and uncertainty around it, the stock could remain a little volatile, but we believe that the downside from current levels is limited. Also friends, lastly, in terms of flows, we had some kind of a sell-off by the FIIs to the tune of 330 odd crore in the cash market, and even the domestic mutual funds were seller to the tune of almost 190 crore. So we've seen some kind of a reversal in the FII flows for the past few days. So if this continues, and if the rupee moves up to around 52 odd levels, it means that it is definitely going to have major negative implications for our markets. What remains to be seen is whether we really take some kind of a support around 5150, 5160 levels, because we have seen some support there on 2 occasions in the past. So once you break that, it will open up a further downside to almost 4900 to 5000 levels. With those remarks, friends, we'll take your leave. Have a nice trading session. See you tomorrow.